Alright, this is going to be a hopefully fairly quick demonstration of Minecraft versus Minecraft EDU. Now EDU obviously signifies that it's an educational version of Minecraft, and therefore there's actually quite a few differences. So one of the first things I'm going to do here is there it is, I put it right here. I'm going to start up a regular Minecraft server. And as you can see, we've got a pretty plain server window here. I can close this now, which doesn't show us much. It does, however, show us, though, that we're using 42% of our current memory. We've got 58% free. That's not exactly a good thing. With that right there, we might be able to get 2 or 3 players onto this server. And it not having any issues. This is basically currently only using about 100 megabytes, which if that's 58% free, that's only giving us what, roughly maybe 250 megabytes total for the server, and we don't want that. The only way to change that is to basically create one of these, which is a batch file that actually ups the memory. So like this batch file right here would up it to 1 gigabyte of memory. Still not a lot, but you could basically do the math on that, continue to tweak that until you get your server to where you want it to be. It's kind of an annoyance, honestly, and it does kind of stink a little bit. I'm going to move this over. We're going to move that, use it a little bit later. So with regular Minecraft, each student has to purchase their own account, or the school has to purchase an account for each individual student. If you try to use the same account for multiple students, then basically anything that the first student does, the second student will get. You don't really have a way of wiping that out unless you just wipe the server entirely and start over. So again, you're purchasing one account per student. Now this is my personal account. I'm going to go ahead and log into, and I'm going to log into our server here. And it's going to take a little, there we go. Alright, so I'm going to go into multiplayer. I've already got this, this set up here. Now, in order to become an administrator, I actually have to Alt-Tab over here, and I have to put it in as a command. This is basically a command line right here, essentially. And so I'm going to op here, and what that'll do is that will actually op me in the game. Now, right now, if I don't hurry, I'm actually going to die because by default, the monsters are set up to come out. So now that I'm an in-game administrator, I can do difficulty 0, and I can put it to peaceful. Everything basically has to be done with the command line, though. So essentially, I'm going to have to use, say, the give command, type out the full person's name that I want to give something to. We'll say ingot, and we'll say 16 of them. So there we go. As you can see, it popped into my inventory, and this is basically how I will configure things. If I come in here, you can see that I've changed my look here to some kind of funky night. I just kind of chose something at random in order to show basically what this guy looks like, what I'm going to look like in the game. Any student can change the way that they look at any point in time. Basically just come over here and we'll go to Google and go Minecraft skins. First thing that comes up is the skin decks. The skin decks is just got a whole bunch of different skins you can put onto your Minecraft. This guy's got a big old smile. We'll use him. And basically all the student has to do is come over here, click upload to Minecraft, put in their password, and bam. There are some inappropriate skins they could put on, naked people, so on and so forth, things that we might not want in a school. This is my only menu. So basically I am limited to the command line as a teacher or staff member currently. And this is as far as I can really go as far as administration. I can keep on doing command line things if I want. If I want to make some major server changes, in order to do that, I would first have to actually log out. I would then have to close down the server, open up my folder here, and I would actually have to go to the server properties, right click on it, edit it. No, I don't want to upgrade that right now. And basically I have to do everything through text-based. So I can come in here, game mode. This will basically tell me whether or not I'm playing on survival mode or builder mode. Basically, you'd have to do a lot of research into a lot of this. Difficulty is now set permanently to 0. Op permissions level. Just this is really all you get is right here. It's not a whole lot. I'd have to change all this, save it as server.properties, and then I could relaunch the server and start to play. That's really it. That's all you get with regular Minecraft. So what I'm going to do now is I'm remote desktoped already in to where my server is for the Minecraft EDU. Minecraft EDU is really nice because a couple of things. One, it automatically grabs as much memory as the computer has and says, all right, I'm going to allocate as much of it to the game as possible while still running my operating system, which is nice. So I don't have to write any lines of code, anything like that. If I really want to, I can come in here, and this is my server in here. Just like you had in the other one, if you really like that setup, you can use it. I prefer coming over here because we've got a nice little interface here. So I can go to world information. It gives me all the information about here. Server information tells me what my IP address is right here in order to connect. Here are my world settings. I just come in here. I got nice little checkboxes. I don't have to open up that little text menu, edit it, and then save it. Basically, I turn off night. I'll turn off the weather effects. Monsters are off. I got a couple other things on here. I come over here to player settings. I kind of like where that's at. Here's my give command that I just used, but it works even better in game. So I'll show you kind of how that works. And basically, this is it. So now I've got the server running. The only downside to EDU is that the regular Minecraft server saves automatically. As people do things, it's automatically saving. I do have to come in here every now and again and do a save map. And so that, I mean, it might be a small hindrance, but it's really not that bad. Let's get into the real meat and potatoes of why we are here. So I'm going to bring this server launcher back over here, restore the launcher. And we're going to start Minecraft EDU and launch. Now I'm going to first go in as the tech here, and now keep in mind that the students can put anything they want in here. As long as they type in the same name each time, they're going to get all the same stuff. So I'm going to mail, I'm going to continue, multiplayer, connect to my server, and so I showed you the skins before. In here, when you come in, basically you choose student or teacher, and the students, based on whether or not they choose male or female, are only going to get a few ways that they can look. That's it. They don't get to go and upload their own skins, so on and so forth. I'm going to be a teacher, and the teachers only have 2 looks, one for the male and one for the female. And I set this up to kind of show you some major differences here. So first thing you notice, I come in here and this is what I look like. So no skin, but I do have this same menu, and this is what the students will see. This is how they're going to play. But as a teacher, I have a whole lot of different things. I'm going to hit the P button and I get a whole different menu. So I can go into creative mode, which basically enables me to have unlimited amounts of whatever blocks I want, so that I can build whatever I want. And I don't have to go out, look for materials, convert those materials into other things, so on and so forth. I can also go into spectate mode as a teacher. This is nice. Makes me invisible so I can walk up behind students, watch what they're doing, kind of see what they're doing, and they don't even know that I'm there. I can change my movement speed, so if I want to get around a little bit faster and see what the students are doing, I can do that. I can come over here and look. Now I've got my checkboxes again. In game, I can change these settings without ever having to turn off the server. So with the other one, if I want to change a lot of the settings permanently, I have to take down the server, edit that file, and then restart it. I can still, through the command line, make temporary changes in-game as long as I know what the command line is. But again, those changes are not permanent. They only last for as long as you're in the game. If you want to make them permanent, you'd have to go out. This right here makes these permanent changes. I can come in here and I could allow students to surface. I could freeze all the students. So say I'm about to give a lecture. I'm about to teach them how circuits work or how utilizing something works within the game. I can freeze all the students. I can stop them from playing. I can stop them from not paying attention to me and continuing to putz around in the game. They're done. They're frozen. They can't build, destroy. They can't place blocks. They can't even move. So it's kind of a nice little feature. Here I can search for players. So actually, if I were to see if my other computer is up here, I can go ahead and here we go. I will open up Minecraft on another computer. I'll bring in a student real quick, and then we can actually see how that comes into play here. And then I will log in just a sec as a student on that computer that you're watching now in order to be able to actually see it from a student's perspective. And then almost in. And there we go. So, there is, you can see the student moving around now. And so now if I go over to another tab, I come back over here, now there we go. So we have a student named Student who's in. Now, in regular Minecraft, I don't have any options for other players, really. But in here, I have a whole bunch of options. I can teleport this student directly to my location. Say he's doing something he shouldn't, I can teleport him directly to where I'm at, or say I want to show a student specifically something because he's ahead of the class. I can basically teleport that student, and it shows up right on top of me, which kind of looks a little weird. But look at that. I teleported him directly to where I am. I can then prevent this student from moving, like basically what we were doing before, where we could freeze all students. Now I can freeze an individual student. So say an individual student's doing something that he shouldn't be, bam, I'll just go ahead and prevent that one student while I talk to them. Or I could teleport myself directly to a student to watch what they're doing. I could go into that invisible mode, teleport myself directly to a student, and see what they're doing. I could prevent this student from sending chat messages. I could put this student in game mode or into creative mode. This is kind of nice because say you've got one student that you want to build something and you don't specific to show other students how to do something. Maybe you've got like a teacher's assistant or something. You could put them directly into a build mode so they would have the creative mode stuff but not the admin rights. Very nice feature, whereas in regular Minecraft you basically have to give them admin rights in order to allow them to do a builder mode inside of survival mode. So this is a much nicer option right here. And this student is allowed to use build tools, stuff like that. We can come over to the next one, and here are assignments. This one's kind of nice. I really like this one because I can set assignments for students. So let's say use lever. Use lever in circuit training. We'll have that as one of our assignments. We'll set the next assignment as attempt to break block. And we'll save that. So now my students have two assignments here. If I go back over to the other student and I go really quickly to complete these tasks, I can basically do that really quickly. And now if I come and I switch and I come back, there we go. It shows that I just completed both of those assignments with that other student, and I know that one student has finished the assignment. Here's my give command. So now say I want to give an item, and I will look up my diamond pickaxe here. So I don't need the whole command line in order to do this. I just want to give one, but it's not the oh, that cleared it, my bad. And so now we give that, see it says give success. I just gave this student one diamond pickaxe. Or I could just give to all if I wanted to give everybody something to work with. Another nice thing, I'll show you real quick. So if we come back over here, I have these little red blocks here with red X's. In regular Minecraft, these blocks do not exist. You cannot make them, you can't do anything with them. But basically their purpose is so that anything I put on top of those blocks, students cannot break. So I set up a small little thing up here that just kind of shows how circuits work. So this is one of the things that we could be teaching students. Basically I flip the switch and very sensitive, unfortunately, and basically what happens is these move back and forth, and based on where it's moving, it's eliminating power from somewhere else. Just real simple. Comes back, goes back, pushes more power, goes over. And then as this one got pushed forward, it stopped supplying power to this one. Unfortunately, this horse is here and he's actually causing some problems with that circuit. But that's the general gist of it. So I've got a station over here for the students with two more blocks that don't exist in regular Minecraft. This one right here is an information block. I can't hit it with the teacher because I'll break it, but I'll show it to you in a sec with the student. Basically, I put a bunch of information into this block. Students can come over and hit this block and it will give them that information. They'll be able to read what I've put in there in both of those. And basically this is a station where the students are supposed to come over here, try to break this block, and learn that they can't. Here are two more blocks, very important blocks too, for Minecraft. This right here, I changed the spawn location. So before we were spawning way up over on one of those hills, middle of nowhere. You couldn't do anything over there, so I didn't like that. In regular Minecraft, you have to go through the command line, you have to know coordinates and hit the F3 button, use a lot of this information right here in order to plug in your X and your Z in order to create a new spawn location. That's very complicated. This game makes it much easier. Minecraft EDU, we just place this spawn block right here, now everybody spawns right here. No big deal. This block right here is really cool. So basically this is a teleportation block. So I set up different blocks very far away from each other around the map here. And so if I click on one, it's going to teleport me directly to a winter zone. Completely created winter. So say for the day we are doing something with wintertime stuff, bam, we just teleport directly to it and we're there. Cave entrance, go to a swamp, jungle. I can create as many of these as I want, and the students can then use these to get wherever they need to go. So I go home, and it will take me home. Like I said, really nice. These teleportation blocks do not exist in regular Minecraft. In regular Minecraft, this is about the best we could do for a sign for information, which this block right here, oh, there we go, basically gives me information. I can type as much as I want. I could make multiple pages if I wanted of information for the students to be able to read. And then from there, obviously one of the nice things about the game in general is that we're going to learn how to build stuff. So I take some coal, I put it in my furnace, I take some sand, and voila, you give this a couple of seconds and it's going to make me some glass. Alright, so very simple lesson in science. This is how we make glass, basically by heating up sand. And from there you could go into a much more in-depth lesson. You can also go from cobblestone to making stone, and then you can go from stone to making bricks, and so on and so forth. We've got our storage areas, things like that. So again, this is basically our basics here. I will log out now, disconnect, go back in, and we will choose a skin here, come back in. So now I am a student. So now when I hit the M button, it brings up my assignments. So I have 2 assignments right here that the teacher has given me. They're currently still in here. And I know one of them is to come over here and try to break this block. So it's telling me already that I cannot dig here, but I'm going to keep going because I'm a student who really wants to break that block. Oh, look at that. As soon as it broke it, it put it right back into place. So really nice. I come up over here and then I flip my switch and I see that most of it works, and apparently I have to fix my own circuits. And bam. You know, for the most part, half of it worked. We're good to go. And so from there I can hit the M button again. I can go back in. I can say, hey, well, for some reason it is not letting me mark it, maybe because the teacher is no longer in here. I have not played around with multiple characters much here. Now when I hit the P button, I no longer get that menu. That P was only for the teachers, and then here I've got my regular things. But as a student, I can come over here and I can use the teleport blocks. Oh, I guess I forgot to open it up to the students. But basically, again, I can come in here, do my assignments, and I can still play the game like regular Minecraft if that's what I'm allowed to do. I can go and find materials, create, do whatever the teacher has assigned for me for the day, and have some fun with it. So hopefully this gives you a little bit better understanding of how the game actually works and all of the differences. I can also go in, and one last thing we can actually do. There's actually quite a few more things that this game gives that I haven't even played around with yet. So if I go into P and I put myself into creative mode, and then I come out, when I go to my E, this used to be my inventory. Now I have a list of all the blocks that were created. So all of these blocks right here, oh, here's a block inspector. I don't even know what that does yet. Home block, build allow block, a border block so that students can't get out of a certain area. Foundation block, I guess I'd have to learn what that was. These are all things that I haven't even gotten to play with right here that are in EDU that are not available in regular Minecraft. All of these blocks as well. You can actually use these with the circuits to basically force students to do math within the game, so on and so forth. It's kind of a cool thing. I've only seen a couple of places online trying to use it, so I haven't learned a whole lot about it. And then basically I get whatever else I choose to pull in here. And then from here I could build whatever I wanted for the students to so I want to give them these. Now they're able to go into that box and grab that stuff. So again, just a whole lot of differences, and hopefully again that helps you.